Hi everybody, it's me SteJ again from TGM, welcoming you to the second week of the X Factor Auditions review. Just to remind you again, these are just my personal views only, not anybody else's, so please don't think I'm being influenced by anybody. Any comments, just leave it down there as usual. Second week of the X Factor, taking place in Birmingham and London. And how we're going to do this review, if you haven't seen the last one, is we're going to be giving out awards for good and bad performances, which we'll get into a little later. First of all, we come to the best crap performance, which is obviously the worst performance, like crap as in virtually everything about it was crap. We're going to give this one to the Stunners, obviously, with their version of I Wanna Dance With Somebody. Make sure I get that right, Whitney Houston. Pretty much, yes, it was bad, and the fact that they call themselves the Stunners was pretty much like a, well, there you go. Simon Cowell, bit harsh comments, but he was pretty much spot on with it anyway. Nothing really much to talk about that. Another one I want to mention is that Christina from Hungary, which was pretty bad. I think they only gave a brief moment, so that pretty much explains it for itself. Then we come to an award which I didn't give last week because there wasn't really much of a reason to give one last week. And I don't want people to criticise me for making this award because, you know, it's pretty much like the butt of every joke of the X Factor due to the reasons behind their audition, which is Sad Story of the Week. I think I know what this one's going to. Daryl Markman, who did a version of Rod Stewart's song, and I think what happened was that his brother died of cancer, if I'm correct, and he went to audition last year but couldn't because he had to go to his brother's wedding, and his brother died of cancer and said, you know, can you look after my son and that, and he said yeah, no problem, and went out, did a really good audition, and it was a good audition, don't get me wrong. But I don't want people to think that obviously, oh, you know, why is he giving out this award? I think it's a bit hypocritical, he's a bit horrible in it. Well, you know, it's pretty obvious that this person could act, if he does go through further on, you know, people are going to criticise him like, oh, you're using your dead brother to get through, and pretty much like Daniel last year saying, oh, you're using your dead wife to get into the live show. So, well, there you go. But I'm not, you know, I apologise if I'm upsetting people, but, you know, it's not, I'm not criticising the guy for using his brother, you know, because I know he's not. But there you go. Then we come to most potential act, best act with potential, which is the one which we think we're going to go further on. Some honourable mentions we want to give to the Misfits, who one of the members tried audition in 2006 and failed to get into the live show, which was won by Leona Lewis, so it wasn't like she was going to win it anyway. And did a different version of Toxic, which I thought was really good. Definitely want to watch out for the groups, because I think we haven't had a lot of fantastic groups coming through yet, so that'll be good for the groups. Then we've got Rosella from Trinidad doing a version of Jennifer Hudson's One Night Only, which was again really good. Another one to watch out for. This is to me, this is a bit of a worry, because at the moment I've seen a lot of good over 25s coming through, and I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be knocked out at this stage, you know, some really good acts, so it's going to be pretty difficult to pick for the over 25s, and especially with the guy that we're going to give this award to, which is the Afro guy, James, I think he is, doing Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. This was a really fantastic performance, and I know Simon said, ooh, Daniel Johnston was the best first audition he'd ever seen. To me, in my opinion, James did an even better first audition, and in all honesty, I think, you know, completely blew Daniel Johnston's audition away. And especially when you get Simon Cowell to actually sing along, I think that pretty much speaks for itself. I think, at the moment, I think he should definitely be in the final 12. But you know, let's see what happens, because I mean sometimes you do a really good audition and then it just goes down from there. Then we come to Judge of the Week. This one was a difficult one because you know, Simon was being typical Simon. I was leaning towards Louis at one point, but I'm actually going to give this one, and a bit of a surprise, to Cheryl Cole. Cheryl Cole? Why should I give it to Cheryl Cole? Well, the reason I have is because there was a section in the show, and one of them we'll mention about a little later on, was where Simon was looking at audition and think, God, you're absolutely, you're not good enough to go into the next round. I'm saying no, but Louis, Danny, and Cheryl kept saying yes, and you could see when Louis was saying yes, it was like, oh well, you only got one yes, so that was just a pity, yes. And then Danny said, you know, I'm going to say yes, and then Simon's going, what? I think he knew what was happening, and then Cheryl just basically looked at Simon and go, you know what, I'm saying yes as well. And I think what happened was that Simon was directing more to Cheryl on the fact that, well, you should be agreeing with me. It's just like, up yours. So that's the reason why I'm giving it to her. I think it's pretty much the fact that Cheryl was saying that she felt more comfortable saying yes and no this time round as opposed to her first year, last year. But I think that's what I just really enjoyed that section, especially when Simon was starting to bicker with Cheryl and just Cheryl's going whatever. So that's why I'm giving Cheryl this award. And then we come to the final one, the best performance, which is the one which was the more entertaining of the bunch, regardless of whether they got through or not. Honourable mention I want to give to Alan Walton, the first guy on the episode to do I think he did No Matter What by Boyzone. And what I liked was the fact that he was basically holding well, obviously I can't because I haven't got a watch, just looking down and timing himself into the song and kept getting it wrong, and having the audience to actually shout out, you know, now, sing now. I think it was just absolutely funny. I just like one of the funniest things I've seen on the X Factor. And I think you say, well, you know, how are you going to go into the live show knowing that you're going to have to do that? Because it's impossible. But the winner we're going to give this one to, the winner is Burroughs. I think that's his name, doing Take Your Mama. I think this was the guy that, like I was saying, the reason why I give Cheryl the award, because Simon said no to this one and everybody else said yes. And it, you know, Donna Matrix actually said to me whilst we were watching it, you know, this is going to be like another Chico. And I actually have to agree, you know, that kind of entertaining showman guy who, you know, isn't really the most fantastic singer, but has something else that can magnify that, can actually be better than that. And Simon, like I said no, the other three said yes, and unfortunately I just think that if Simon gets the over 25s, I think there's a rumour going around that he is going to get the over 25s, he's not going to get through. I don't think he's going to get through into the live show, and especially with the amount of over 25s that are going through, I just think that, you know, he'll probably get through, you know, he is through boot camp, but I don't think he's going to make it through further than that, but we shall see, because we've still got quite a lot more auditions to go through. And with that being said, that's it for this week, and any comments, nothing abusive please, leave down there, and we'll see you next week. So that's it for me, so I'm out.